Well, hi everyone. Petite Boy here again, and thanks for joining me for another Galactic Conquest video. Today I'm going to be taking a look at Sectors 1 and 2 because I realize the order of my videos here. I went and recorded Sector 4 and then Sector 5 as far as the feats, my strategy, and what I did, but I realized I've neglected Sectors 1, 2, and 3, and for a lot of people those may be a lot more difficult than I had either considered or even thought about. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in. It's been a minute since I've looked at Sector 1 and 2 because as you can see there I full cleared them. I'm going to look at these feats, then I'm going to look at the boss feats, and if I can I'm going to go through the battle for the boss and replicate what I did as best I can and just show what I did here as well with the feats. So let's talk through this real quick. Especially for Sector 1, these feats are relatively easy. So, Flawless Victory, if you couldn't get this immediately, don't forget that data cards can be used obviously retroactively. So once you've beat Sector 1 or done enough damage and beat the boss Sector 1, you go to Sector 2 to get more data cards, you can come back. And whereas you may have had a hard time winning battles without losing any units in Sector 1, if you come back with additional data cards, the way you configure data cards as well can make a significant difference. Critical hits, this should be fairly easy. You may have to do, depending on what teams you're using and the gear that you have on your characters, you may need to redo a few battles, but this shouldn't be hard. The easiest way to do this is cake. If you have Captain Phasma, it doesn't even matter if you have a first order team, stick or wherever. I used her just with my SLKR to do that like twice and just timed out the battle so I could do it twice and get 10 each time. Very easy, not hard at all. So use your first order, use Captain Phasma. They're the masters of getting advantage. Now, when it comes to this Treya boss battle, let me go remind myself. So, 100,000 damage to an enemy in a single hit. Okay, this one should be really, really easy if you have more than one data card. So if you've gone in and you've got, I'll show you my data cards in a second, but you got the one that gives the leader the boost, use a heavy hitter. Like, for example, I'm thinking minimum teams to be able to do this, something like Padme or Jedi Knight Revan, or, I mean, if you do have Darth Revan, or Malik, or whoever it may be, if we're getting up that high, or if you have Gas, well, Gas will do this in a half a second. But just Jedi Knight Revan, I think, is a pretty reasonable one, and if you have Jedi Knight Revan and Grandmaster Yoda, you could even put Grandmaster Yoda lead in, and with the critical damage and everything that his lead gives, you'd be very, very capable of doing 100,000 damage to an enemy in a single hit with the leader data card here. Let me not talk about it, let me show you. This one right here, Leader's Resolve. So even if you don't have the blue one, if you have the gray one, not even the green, use Leader's Resolve. It gives that health, protection, offense, and speed. Makes it huge. Then I use a bunch of vitality here, and you'll notice I have stupid booming voice on. I'm actually going to spend to get rid of it just for this one and show you what I'd like to have run with. These two. The power ones are crazy for the offense and crit damage. They're excellent. And I'm thinking, well, actually, you know what? For this battle, I'm going to keep it on just so I don't spend. There's a feat I'll show in a little bit that I think I'll want this for. But, sorry, going back to these feats. You should be able to very easily with the correct data card setup, like you saw there. Offense and crit damage. You amp that up enough, you're going to be fine doing that. Then, defeat 3 enemies in the same turn. I can't remember if I used Gas or JKR for this, but you can set it up where JKR's Saber Throw will knock out 3 of them. I'll go in and do this with, I'll try to do it with JKR, and then I'll go do it with Gas just to show. And then this one right here, JKR or Gas as well. Very easy to chain attacks because of the incredible turn meter trains that happen with JKR, as well as the ridiculous things that can happen with Gas if you form up with Rex. So I'll go for the sake of simplicity here, and hopefully catering to a little bit of a lower gear level audience, I'll go do the JKR feat and see if I can hit this 3 enemies in the same turn. And we'll try to count the turns, consecutive turns out of order as well. Let me pull everyone off. So we'll run Jedi Knight Revan lead, and we'll run Yoda, and then I'm going to run the teams I've been doing with it too as well, just for the turn meter and the attacks out of turn. This team right here. If you have Jedi Knight Revan, you have these two. Granted, I have Revan and Yoda at Relic. If you have them at G11 or G12, they'll do just fine here. My Hoda is at 10, Bastila and Jolie are at 12. Don't worry about it. The gear is not important as long as you have the right data cards, and you'll notice most of my Jedi are kind of trash once you get below Shakti. So, I'm going to go in, and the goal is to kill 3 people in one move, as well as get 10 consecutive attacks at a turn. Or we'll even say 10 consecutive turns before they take a turn. So this should be relatively easy. And what we're going to do to start out is this right here. We're going to swap turn meter over to Yoda. So there's 1. And I forget that I have booming voice, and that's going to hurt us with Traya, but I don't care. So here's 2. Here's 3. Okay. Here's 4. Okay. Here's 5. Here's 6. Here's 7. Here's 8. Here's 9. And here's 10. Ooh. Actually, I'm going to try to be smarter. 10. Okay, because now what I want to do is be wise and set up to see if I can kill... Oh, gosh, dang it. Alright, so I already ruined that. Okay, so I'm gonna plead the 5th here and say my booming voice is really ruining my attempt to kill 3 in 1. But, as you can see, getting 10 attacks out of turn, super easy with Jedi Knight Revan. You do not need him super high. I believe my Revan's at 285. I could push him up to 300, but I keep him a little lower just to put better mods on people because of the speed boost he gets from his lead. So I'm not even concerned. If you have a 200 speed Revan, you'll get out ahead of these guys as well and be able to get that turn meter train started. So this is your team for that, as well as don't put on booming voice. And then use Revan's saber throw that turn meter swaps, or this attack from Yoda, to be able to hopefully knock them down. So, again, I won't be able to show you that feat specifically, and I apologize, but the idea behind it is solid and should be very doable for most players who I'd say have the 1.5 to 2 million GP levels, because then you're working with, hopefully, Jedi Knight Revan at that point, and have a decent Jedi team. So, there's Sector 1 for you. These feats and those boss feats, fairly simple. Now let's go take a look at Sector 2 as well. And you'll notice I have Sector 2 maxed out here too. And what I'm going to do is we're going to take a look. So attack at a turns 50 times, grant buffs, and win with full squad of Jedi. Okay, that team you just saw in Sector 1, Jedi Knight Revan lead with Yoda, Bastila, Jolie, and Hoda. Use them 7 times here. You will attack out of turn after, like, the 3rd battle and finish that. And Yoda will grant those buffs in 1. And if you're unlucky, 2 battles and you're done. Okay? Those feats are the easiest feats I've encountered in this entire game mode. They are cake with the Jedi teams, and almost everyone should have access to a Jedi team. Okay, so here, simple tricks. Okay, you want to win with no tanks, using no more than 10 special abilities, and you want to remove 500% turn meter. Okay, so my goal here will be to win using Vader. And you don't even need the Vader Zeta lead. I would recommend... Well, actually, I don't even know if I recommend it, but I don't believe you need it to be able to reduce turn meter. Because I know with the Zeta, it increases the percent, but let me go look. Okay, so if we're not Zetaed, 25% chance to remove 10% turn meter. So yeah, it's going to be a little slower, because here, when you Zeta him, you have a 50% chance to remove 20%. But if you don't have the Zeta, 25% chance to remove 10, that's still great. You're going to be able to remove the turn meter that you need with the Vader lead, as well as some other Empire buddies. And we're going to bring in absolutely no tanks to show the team that can easily do this. Okay, I know I have everyone relic. I have SOKR, so I needed Relic 7, Sidious, or sorry, that's Palpatine. So I'll bring these guys in here, and then I want a full team of either Empire or Sith to follow up with Vader, because what that's going to do is allow me to remove turn meter with all of these guys as well, with whatever ability they use. Tarkin himself specializes in removing turn meter with his air orbital assault. Thrawn removes however much turn meter they had. I think it's up to like 75% with fracture. Let me go show. 50% turn meter. Yeah. Okay, that right there is 1/10 of what you need. It is and it will remove additional turn meter through Vader's lead if you do get that. So it has the potential to remove 70% turn meter like that. So I'll go in and I'll show my thought. I'm going to leave the booming voice just because in another video I'm going to show an attempt to do the feats for Sector 3. But here, the attacks out of turn will actually benefit us to be able to remove turn meter from somebody quickly, because Vader's going to open up with Merciless, remove turn meter, and we're just going to run circles around them with his Merciless and the multi-attacks from everyone. So we'll go run with this. This is your team. Vader lead with either a full Empire team or a full Sith team. I think Empire is better for removing turn meter. Oh, and I totally forgot. Here, actually, well, okay, I'll do this, and then I'll show you another thing. So, we'll do this. Everyone's going to attack. Look at how much turn meter just got removed. That was probably a good 25%, okay? We are going to do this. This will remove turn meter, hopefully from everyone, as well as chunker for turn meter. Boom. Turn meter. Completely gone. Turn meter. Nuked. Okay, here we go again. Turn meter nuked and stuns, because Thrawn stuns on a basic with ability block. Vader is an amazing character to be able to do this. More turn meter removed, and let's drop this. Bam! Even more TM removed from everyone. We're going to hit everyone with this AoE. Whoever has turn meter is going to lose more. Okay, there you go. Lots lost. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to swap over this to Vader. And I'm going to just try to kill IG right here. Yikes. Okay. And we'll notice Tarkin hasn't even taken a turn yet, okay? Ridiculous. Okay. More TM removal. That was rude. And Kara really hoses us, so I realize now we may, you know what, I'm just not happy with this result. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna back out and I'm gonna show what I actually meant to bring. That was dumb. If I can get a turn to back out, that is. We'll see. Oh, we're bored. Oh, we're so bored. Yeah, this is fun. Okay, cool. Okay, kill him, please. Oh, this is boring. Hurry up. Thank you. Okay. So we're going to leave that. I really didn't even want to win that, so I'm glad I didn't burn the stamina. So here we are. Okay, I'm going to go back in. I misplayed one thing, and that is my character selection. So, everyone, if you've been around the last couple months, should have this character, Moff Gideon. I have him at 3 stars, okay? I think that's Gear 9 that I have him at. It's not Gear 10, not Gear 11. He's not good, he's not strong, he's not fast. He's so subpar, but he has an amazing ability that allows turn meter, that guarantees 100% turn removal from everyone that exists, as well as granting turn meter to our allies to be able to continue the flow. And so what I'm going to do is this. So we're going to open up again. Remove that turn meter. Drop this. His turn meter is 100% gone. You saw that. Just disappeared. And we have Kara stunned, which is excellent. See if we can ability block. No ability block, but that's fine. How about you, ability block? Nope. Alright. And let's go after you. Excellent. Let's remove more turn meter. Bam, there we go. And you'll see now, we're going to hit more stuns. Okay. And now, the misplay that I did as well here, I know he doesn't have a lot of turn meter, but instead of swapping turn meter over to Vader, what I'm going to do is fracture IG so I can get around this stupid taunt. Then I'm going to do that. I don't even care, because Tarkin's going to take another turn immediately. And this ability right here, you'll read, 100% chance to remove 50% of their turn meter. Ridiculous. We don't even care about the damage. All we care about is that turn meter loss right there. And now we can kill Kara without any concern. And then hopefully remove some turn meter here. And then what we'll do is this. You'll see this right here, control the situation. All units lose 100% turn meter, which can't be resisted. Allies gain 25%. So, if you have a weak Moff like me, he's going one of the last on the team, just because he's weak and slow. But if I use this, we've pulled back everyone's TM. And now Vader's going to go again, and we can open a Merciless. He's lost all of his turn meter and died. Let's go pull some more turn meter off Quill. Boom. Okay? I don't even care that I lost Vader. I don't. Okay, put an armor shred on him. Let's go ahead and get those damage over times off me. Because we can take all the time in the world here. That was cool. Good job, IG. Okay, and we still don't care. Also, a fun thing to know. You do not have to win the battle to have the feat count. So, let me go in and show you, okay? We're here. Remove from enemies at least 500% turn meter, okay? You don't have to win to do this. You'll notice I had Relic Team. 2 or maybe 3 at the end of my guys died. I did this by just making sure I use that Vader leading cranking through, okay? This right here says win the battle. This right here says win the battle. So you have to win the battle, but here, all it says is remove 500. You can totally lose and still get this feat. So play around with your Vader team. If you have Moff Gideon, fantastic. It's going to make your life easy. Make him as fast as possible. Please. Even, okay, no, we're not going to say put him in the lead because his lead sucks and Vader's removes turn meter. But make sure you juice him up, give him speed in your data cards here if you have, for example, oh, where is it? Is it this one? No, I don't remember which one it is. That one. Okay, when they gain a buff. That one won't help the Vader team. Let's see here. Which one is it? Health steal, penetration. Trying to remember, there is a data card that gives everyone... Here we go! Quickening! Everyone gets 6.5% speed and 4.5% evasion. Okay, if you have quickening, throw as many of them on as you want on this one. Seriously, you can remove... also, this one right here helps. But throw quickening on, because it'll let Moff Gideon and Vader get out and just keep taking turns and turns and turns. This decay, if you have as well, also contributes towards this feat. So really... you can do this. It might take you a few attempts. It might be annoying, but this is very doable if you have the Vader lead. And if you have Moff Gideon and Tarkin, which I think are staples of most people's Empire teams, you can do it. Thrawn adds in even more, just finesse, flair, whatever you want, some panache. It makes it very, very doable as well. So that's the feats for sectors 1 and 2. I hope that was instrumental or educational to somebody, helping them be able to get through those and full clear these 2 sectors. As you'll notice, those are the only sectors I full cleared. If you watch my other videos, I'm missing a feat for each one of these guys because their feats just suck. And I've done videos on sectors 4 and 5. Go check those out. I'll put a card at the end of the video. But I'll be tackling sector 3 here next, so you should see a video about that from me here soon. But thank you for watching, and take care.